Hello everyone, you're most welcome once again to this video. We are going to be looking at how we use the Fibonacci extension to find our targets. So the Fibonacci retracement we spoke about earlier was about finding entries. So in this video I show you how you find your exits, or rather where do you place your take profit after finding the entry. So in this case, I'll be looking at GBP USD, and I would like us to first start with the bigger time frames. Let's look on the monthly. So the reason as to why we want to look at the overall trend is for us to know what kind of trend are we working with. So it is clear enough. This is it. This is what we are having on our monthly. The trend is bullish. And if you come on our daily, you're going to see the trend is still bullish. So I want to show you so that when you are finding our entries on the lower time frame, we are not going to try to counter trend. We are not going to try to sell when the market is actually bullish. So much as you can see, it is sort of retracing earlier, like currently, but you realize that there is a support. It is retracing to a support area actually. So around here, so you can even see the behavior of the candles. It's already kind of rejecting that zone. So we expect more bullish momentum. Okay. So we are expecting this market to still go up. So that's it with the bigger time frame. So coming down on our H4, we are going to see here it's still bullish. So we came down, the market tried to retrace up to this point, but you are seeing it heading for more buys. So how are we going to place our entries? We start by marking the higher and the lower points in the market. On our H4, it's where we can start drawing our lines, like the support and resistance. Because why we use H4 is because we don't want to have a lot of a dirty chart, having drawings here and there. So after looking at what you have to look at in the bigger time frames, you come down. At least like you can start drawing from like H4, like I'm doing here. So those are the areas I'm seeing. And then when we head down to H1 is where we shall be doing most of the work. And then we shall see on maybe 15 minutes to find a proper entry. So as you can see, this market has been up, up, up. This is a new month. Remember, it's October 2nd. And we are still having bulls in power. So if you're to have a look, one thing I want you to know is that once you find a market that has already trended, in most cases it's really hard for you to find an entry, right? Because you're like, should I place more buys? Should I just sell? Now, like for instance, in this case, you're finding it like sort of selling, and then you're like kind of biased, and you're like, I think it is now just started selling. It has now started selling. But remember, we just left our bigger time frames, and what is it saying? It is saying more buys. So in this case, we are going to be utilizing our Fibonacci tools, because a market, by all means, by default, it has to retrace, you like it or not, unless it is news. But of course, that's just for a short while. But by default, the market has to retrace. So in this case, even you can see if this retracement occur. So like I told you, for us to get our Fibonacci extension, we shall first need to know the Fibonacci retracement, so that I want you to have a clear picture of this. So for our a retracement, I told you come under our drawing tool, you come on fib retracement, you mark from this is an uptrend, a trending market. Of course, it's on an uptrend, so you're going to just long press on the last week of this candle, the swing low, and then you're going to just drag it up. So you tap on it, you hold it down, don't release your finger, and then you may want to first tap for that circle to come, and then you just drag it up like that, up to the highest point. So our highest point is this right here. That's the wicks are the ones we are using. then you tap outside, and then you can tap right there back, so that you're having something firm. So for this retracement, I'd already set mine, that's why you're seeing them in percentages, but for yours it may come with those values, but you can always just tap on it and then come under settings and then change them to percent. So it's just scroll down here under this percent, so just it may bring values at first, but you just change to percents and you're good. So the best retracements, that like the Fibonacci areas that are really good, we have 38.2, 50%, though 50% is not really as a Fibonacci retracement value as such, but it shows you that buyers have maybe reached halfway the journey, or like market could retrace 50% up to the 50%, like that. It's like half of the whole journey that they could potentially move. So in this case, we had a retracement. Our first retracement was around 78.6, then it came again at 61.8, then it went, had those small retracements. So currently we are dealing with this huge retracement that came. I just want to lock so that it doesn't move. So when you see this, at the moment we had buyers couldn't break past this level. You see this, retested it the first time, the second, third, and the fourth it didn't even reach, it just came back down, meaning it is a very significant area in that case. So the market was sort of retracing. It's not like there is a reverse or something, because we are being guided by our bigger time frames. It's just by default that it has to come back and retrace. And in most cases, it may come up to these areas that I've talked about, 38.2, 50, 61.8. So in this case, our market came and almost reached our 50%. This green line, you see, almost reached our 50% retracement value. And then we are seeing it sort of heading back up. So what really happened? So if you're to look closer, you realize that it formed sort of a double bottom. I don't know if you can see. Let me just draw an order block. Yes, so you can see from around here, it came and reached this area because we had a previous reaction at this area. So it just came and then it went back up. We are seeing it sort of going back up. So this is it. We are seeing a lot of rejection candles, like sellers are becoming weaker and weaker. So, and it really matches with our fib value of 50%. It's almost, it didn't really touch, but it's almost at that area, the same region. You can see this blue line I've marked, it's the 50% retracement area, and we are having another block drawn here. So when you see this, it shows you that these are sort of rejection candles, rejection, and remember this is H1. So what happens? We are suspecting that the market could head back down. That's my opinion though, so you can make your own analysis, but that's according to me. So it shows you that at this area of 50% you're having, the market is heading back up. And if you're to go back on our smaller time frames, 15 minutes, you see it is more clear here. You see, it is very hard for the sellers to break past this area. So since I'm bullish, being bullish in this area, where can our market head up to? So we need to know how to use our fib extension. So what we do, we are going to come and we could first delete this just to make our chart a bit clean and not so disorganized, and head back to H1. So what you are going to do, for you to draw a fib extension to guide you to know that if I'm to enter for buy here, which area should I look at to take my profits. So you're going to come under the drawing tool and then get the trend based fib extension. Why it is called trend based is because it works when the market is already trending, like you've seen it's already bullish direction. Of course, these fib retracement and extension are all for trending markets. You can't choose it really for the consolidating sort of market, this particular one. So you tap on fib extension and then you'll still come the way we did on retracement. You tap the circle, comes long press, and then you come to the highest point the market could go the last week, and then you're going to tap there, and then you just tap, drag it back again to this lowest point, this candle here. Yes, you mark it and then you tap it also, and then you just remove it off. So you go from your swing high to the swing low, and then you have come back to this retracement. So most people can call it move from point A to point B to point C. So after doing that, you see that it has already come, and you see this, I've not yet set it, it's bringing values and it's showing these are the potential areas. So if you want to shift them into values, I prefer them in percentages because it's kind of easier. You come on settings and then you drag down here and look for percents. Yeah, I just turn to percents and then okay. So you can change, you can play around with all this. You can remove the colors, even you can decide to turn them wherever you want to. So if at all you are going to enter for our buys, like I'm already in buys actually. So you come and place your tool, for instance here. So what you're going to do, you want to know where should we place our target. So this is our area that we are going to choose as our first area. All these are potential targets, this red one, and then we are having this orange one, I mean the 23.6%, then could be our TP1, take profit one, and then 38.2% could be our TP2, and then 50% will be our TP3, TP4, like that, depending on how the market conditions will be ahead. So you could choose to first take profit here, and then you see how the market reacts. But when it reaches 38.2, you could close, so that you want to see a breakout, because this area, as you can see, this has been really a significant area, so anything can happen. Price can still come back here and still head back down, it's possible. But since our market is on an uptrend already from the bigger time frames, it's most likely that it could break out and even come up to the 61.8% fib extension. So we've used the tool, the extension tool, to find our target, and we used our fib retracement to find our entry. How cool is that? But remember, you're going to incorporate this with a lot of things, the supports and resistance. You're going to incorporate it with the trend lines. So you don't use just one thing, you incorporate a lot of things to come up with an entry or exit. So I could choose that to be my TP. And then our stop loss, could put it just below the order block there. If it closes below, any candle closes below the order block, like anything comes below the order block, well, let me put just below the 50% fib. Yeah, so that is it. That's the setup I'm having currently. So please incorporate this fib extension into your trading. It's a really cool tool. Don't forget to like, subscribe, please, and comment down below what you think. I love you so much. See you in the next video.